Hey America, Chef John, Ghetto Gourmet. So we're gonna make a tempura fried chicken. I got some pearl rice here. I wasn't well yesterday. No more processed food. Some asparagus, some broccoli, some tomato, green onion, garlic, ginger. I'm making a vinaigrette. I'm kind of have a hard day, people. Rice wine. Do I have any left? Oh God. There's on the popper. Y'all don't moan if I moan and groan during this episode, do you? Oh God. There it is. Ha ha ha! I knew I had some. Alright. It sounded like I fought a bear for that shit. So, we're gonna have the rice down, sauteed asparagus, a broccoli, tomato, and then the vinaigrette with the ginger and the fresh garlic, rice wine vinegar, and black sesame seed oil. So we're going with an Asian thing here. Golly. Golly. Really? It hurts a lot. I don't know, yeah. I can't figure this out. I just know I was getting lots of lecture shots, Mr. Doctor Man. Mr. Doctor Man, will you help a brother out? I don't want the chicken I'm not thinking straight. That's not what I want in there. I left this stuff out one day and I let it thaw, and so now I don't pull a bag out at once. I just pull a little bit out. It said stuff from Taiwan, so I want to keep it. I'm out of the garlic from Taiwan. It had a very unique aroma and overall heft to it. When James lived downstairs from me and his walked by his window, he ate a lot of it. It just came, you know. All right, so we're gonna chop this garlic up. I'm gonna make a tempura batter out of the glutinous rice flour. I'm using glutinous rice flour because I want this tempura, I'm going to do it hot, and I want it to explode a little bit. Oh my God. So I'm going to make it kind of loose, all right? I mean, the cruditon would be if I put sesame oil in this oil, but I'm frying in this oil. I'm about ready to kill this oil because we did the chips in it last, and the chips raised the temperature up, and basically it's getting to the point where it's sat around too long with solids in it, and I didn't refrigerate it, so I need to just throw it out. It's something that can, you know, it can be a major concern if you look at the concept of botulism. But if you look at also the fact that botulism doesn't work unless there's some protein left. So if it's in the fryer, it's usually fried to death. You know, the granules on the bottom. But still, there are oils and stuff left over that combine, like when you cook chicken and fish and stuff like that, they combine with the frying oils. That will eventually make your oil go rancid. And this is not oil you want to cook in. because it will make you ill. Yeah, I made something with some bacon. You know, I do my bacon, and I put it in the fridge instead of the freezer right after I clarified it, and I didn't keep it in a good cycle of time. And I put that with one of my beans and gravy a long time ago, and boy, oh man, rancid fat is, especially if it's animal fat, is no joke. Made me sick as a dog, man. I was like, yeah. So that recipe was like, I was like, it tastes fine too. So that's the sneaky thing about it. All right, so I'm just talking my neck off. Got the rice going over there. I'm doing garlic. My head's not trying to spin off like a top. I really appreciate that. I think you people are the ones who spend the most time with me. I spend about an hour with you guys at least 5 times a week. And I mean, it's, you know, I don't get out. My neighbors see me. Well, it's become every time I go out and have one of these in public, the police get called, and the police want to throw me in jail, and I'm really tired of that. I got to write to my brother and talk to him about that and say, man, when are we going to present this obviousness going on in Springfield? But that's not the subject of today. The subject of today is dinner. Oh, hey, man. No, that's right. I want to make a separate video about it. Because, look, I'll just kind of shoot it out there. You know, I've talked about my addict, and I'm in recovery off of methamphetamine, and then I talked about my weed use, and you guys were like, well, what the heck, man? I'm like, dude, all right. You saw what goes on in my body, man, and anything that makes my life better at this point and can help relieve some pain and help me think clearer, I appreciate it. Now, as the fact that I'm an addict in recovery, I really got to be really smart about the reality of that. And also, when I talk about medical marijuana and when I on my blog and stuff, I think from that standpoint. I think from a social standpoint. I don't think really from a pot smoking, weed pro guy, you know, standpoint. We all know the benefits. We all that has been being told to us for 20 years. We know that. I'm more looking at, like, you know, I was talking to Dad, and he was saying something about Obama letting a bunch of people out of jail because they're on drug offenses. And I'm like, well, it's about time that starts, you know, because really, prosecution hasn't got us anywhere in 30 years. It's just made the whole problem a lot worse. It's created the American gangster, man. And if we would have been in prevention and treatment from the beginning, but what we do is we ostracize these people and we make them terrible people. Like right now, meth heads or ex-meth heads, are just horrendous people. When they were meth heads, they were the worst of the worst. You don't know nothing about me, man. Jeez, dude. All my times on the street and in Eugene, the only thing I ever stole was maybe a light bulb or two and food, man. I was a beef jerky bandit for a while. I was up to like 73 bags of beef jerky. Because when I didn't have food stamps at that time, I was like running in between a section. But I mean, you know, there's never a reason to say it's okay to steal. But if I'm hungry, I'm walking down the alley and I'm eating some plums out of the alley. And then if I need some protein, and Catholic place is closed and nobody give me some food, I'm gonna go get me a sandwich. Because, you know. But other than that, man, I try to be out there doing good stuff, doing good things. So, you know, the sooner we start looking at prevention, and that's what I think of all this money that, you know, waste all this money on warring against it when we could go right at the social problem. But who wants a marathon? Oh yeah, I heard back from the marathon today. Turn this thing off, dude. Yeah, man, I heard back from the marathon. The guy was like, hey, how can we help you with this? So I'm taking that ginger the garlic. Okay. Because I want to run the marathon. It's kind of hard to run around here. I'd like to find some people who want to run with me and want to, like, you know, make it go from here to the park with me or something like that. I want to start going from Eugene to back as my training and maybe go out by Lane. But the problem is I have these and fall down, police show up, police see a black man on the ground doing Twizzlers thing, and they want to bust him. And that's Springfield thinking for you. And, you know, even at my church, man, it's got to the point where I don't go out in my community. That's not okay. That's really not socially okay. You know, just because I'm handicapped, I got to stay home, and I'm like trying to run from there. Well, anyways, so I circle my building, but I've been able to get back to my field a little bit. We're just going to saute half a tomato. I got all that broccoli in there. And how do I want to do this? I'm going to take the, I'm going to do the skin, get rid of the flesh. And so what we're doing is actually almost like a combination of Provençal, of all things. Sharp. Sharp things everywhere. What was I talking about? Oh, the marathon. Yeah. Days of rest are bad on me, man. Day after, and like, yeah, going out, eating all that food, and eating early, getting off my schedule. Man, my legs started hurting again. That's not cool, dude. I just, you know, glad you guys are there to take away all my pains and tell me things like you don't care. You're like, shut up, man. Cook some food, man. We ain't even watching this one. We don't even care what you're doing. Just cook the motherfucking food and up. The shit can't hurt that bad. Alright, just getting G with it all. I still got a little freeze on these chicken. So what we're going to do is I'm going to build this the dressing real quick. And actually, long time ago, I was interviewed for a fried TV show. And so I made all this stuff. I got a little carried away. And I made like 4 things. And I made a shrimp tempura, but I want this different. I want this to be like whoosh, as opposed to like wrapped around it. So we're going to go for a very loose tempura. But this dressing is about the same dressing that we made that time. Sesame, rice oil. I'll probably use a little bit of regular vinegar too to just give it a little gentle wash. But we start with our vinegars. Okay. And rice vinegar, an ounce. Regular vinegar, ½ ounce. Now to this, I have all this huge chunky stuff in here, right? I'm going to add some paprika, okay, color, salt, flavor. One way to get over your shoulder, huh? And let's just put a little. No, let's not put that in. No, we're going to use this as the finish. Okay. So, I'm telling you guys. That's all I got to say. A little powder. You guys hear a ringing in your ears, man? I got a ringing in my ears. Maybe it's from your head going like, eh. Okay. was looking for my mini whisk. Alright, so 2 parts vinegar, or 3 parts oil, 1 part vinegar. I'm going to add a little bit more rice wine vinegar. And I'm going to give you a quick look at the bowl. And a quick look at our setup. And I'm going to be filling that with the flour next. And that, and we got the broccoli. We got this. Alright. And so we're going to, I'm going to stir that first. Get that dry product in there, wet. Okay. Whenever you add herbs and make a vinaigrette and emulsions, you want to add your dried product to your vinegar, and you actually want to let it sit for a little while so you can, what is called, seep the herbs. So we're going to add sesame oil. This is black sesame oil. And it's very powerful. And more salt. Very sesame right now. Very oh, yep. Here comes all the other stuff. Good. It needs more salt and the soy sauce. Where's the soy? That's right. Gonna get a new thing of soy. This is my. Did you see the look on my face? Why don't we just go like that with that? There we go. And we're gonna add in a tablespoon of soy sauce. Woo! That was an ounce. Okay, and then tablespoon sesame. Okay. You could be down below, huh? Table's kind of crazy. Can you see? Can you see? Probably not. Oh, I want that out. Do I need that? Yeah, we're gonna saute with that. Whoa, you see that dodge? God, man, you guys missed that, dude. That thing was heading right for my head, and I bobbed away from it. The other one got me in the head the other night, man. I wasn't cool with that. Thing bang-a-lang me, man. It bang-a-lang me! Alright. Like that. Put that away. And we're gonna whisk. Okay. Looks good. And we're just gonna drizzle with this when we do work with it. Nice delicate balance between the acid and the fat. Ginger, sesame comes out. The soy, the heat we do later. So we're good. And this is our prep. I'll come back when we're cooking.